Welcome and thank you for joining us today. It's a true pleasure to see so many passionate innovators and leaders gather here at the heart of Hong Kong digital future. To begin, allow me to introduce the key champion between today's collaboration, SGS and Cyberport. SGS stands at the front as the world-leading testing, inspection, and certification company, dedicated to enabling trust, safety, and quality across all sectors. In the AI ecosystem, our mission is to provide credible certification, like the newly established ISO 42001, to ensure AI is developed and deployed ethically, responsibly, and safely. Cyberport, meanwhile, has been a driving force in Hong Kong's innovation landscape. As the city premium digital technology hub, Cyberport fosters an environment where tech, entrepreneurship, and the startup can scale and connect with global opportunity. It serves a crucial bridge between the cutting-edge technology and sustainable, responsible growth, empowering a new generation of AI leaders. Together, SGS and Cyberport form a powerful partnership to promote excellence in AI governance and inspire best practice throughout the region and beyond. Our shared goal is to help the Cyberport community and Hong Kong wider tech scheme navigate the complexity of AI with confidence, responsibility, and international recognition. In celebration of this important collaboration, I am excited to announce a special offer for all Cyberport tenants and the publics. You are eligible for an exclusive 5% discount on the SGS ISO 42001 certification service. This is our commitment to supporting your journey towards trustworthy, world-class AI, helping you to stand out in a competitive global marketplace. Let's work together to build a smarter, safer, and innovative future for Hong Kong and the world. Up to next, we will explore the foundation element of creating AI system that inspire confidence. This section, titled AI at the Heart, Requirements of Building Trustworthy AI System, will cover the international standard for responsible AI and the importance of the plan-do check-act cycle for the continual improvement. Please welcome Chris, the Deputy Director, Product and Services Development, Business Assurance from SGS Limited, to guide us through the critical topic.
Good morning, everyone. While they are helping me to switch the slide, I'd like to thank you all for coming to this morning's webinar. And in the next 15 minutes or so, I'd like to go over some of the common governance and security issues commonly seen in operation usage. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, my part of the presentation is going to be on the governance essentials of the AI operations and why we are using the ISO 42000 standards. If you are sitting here, you probably are familiar with AI and probably some of the risks as well. Most of you are probably familiar with risks such as hallucinations, privacy, data leakage. They are the commonly known one, but they are normally the what we call information security risks. AI risks are more than information security risks. There are a lot of other ethics and management risks as well, such as hallucinations, such as bias, such as wrongful learning, and then wrongful inference, the result. Here are some of the common terms that you probably have heard in English, but probably are not familiar with how they are used in AI. I'm gonna go ahead and show this. And Some of the terms you probably have heard in English, but never have heard why they are relevant in AI. What we are trying to say is there are many standards on the market today on controlling AI. Most of them focus on the security of AI systems, such as whether the AI servers are being hacked, whether the AI servers data are being leaked, whether there are any personal data that you are wrongfully collected while doing the machine learning. But they are all information security risks, but they are not what we call the trustworthiness of AI risk. Two examples I'd like to show you is hallucinations. Many people heard this term all the time. What that means is during the learning process, they learn something that they think is correct, but it's actually wrong. Especially if your learning data are biased towards a certain school or regional belief or religious belief or political belief, then your knowledge on going to be biased. And then they are biased. A bias means especially, this is especially important if you are using the system for decision purpose. Imagine you are using for example, a AI system to judge whether you are going to offer a loan by a bank. Okay, what if your learning data is completely biased? For example, you will reject all the loan applications if the religions or the ethical background of the borrower belong to certain groups. What if you reject the loan based on the skin color? This will happen if the data you use to learn is totally biased. To control bias and to do this in a structured way, there are usually three streams that the industry is using. One is what we call an industrial guidelines or frameworks. Okay? There are many, well, not too many, but there are some guidelines that have been published by well-known AI providers. There's some on the screen already. And then there are also some by Hong Kong and China industrial leaders as well. This couple one published by the China government. And then there are some commercial one by Tom Sang, and then the Hong Kong government also published one by the Privacy Commissioner Office and one by the EPO. They're good guidelines if your country don't have any laws, such as Hong Kong. Hong Kong right now, we don't have any laws on AI yet. China has a rather simple one. Okay, they're good guidelines if you don't have a law to control. I like to mention this, not to advertise for them, but because I like to praise them for their vision that if you see this guideline is published in 2022. 2022 is before the ChatGPT days. Before ChatGPT, this guideline is already talking about different risk level of AI system, which I'm going to show you later. The EU AI Act also followed a similar model. Okay, it is a good idea to categorize your system to different risks so that you can put the proper risk control onto the system. Okay, one stream is the guidelines and frameworks, and then the other stream would be legal requirements. If you have one, Right now, the most famous one is the EU AI Act, which is the first and probably still the only one that is comprehensive in governing AI. And China has a rather starting one, okay? which is published after the ChatGPT popular. Any other places such as UK, US, don't have one yet. You know, US always use the liberal approach. Right now, they are using the statewide approach. I want to go a little bit deep about EU AI, not to teach about the law, but I want to bring this up to talk about ISO. The EU AI Act categorized the AI system into different risk levels. There are some prohibited AI system. That means you absolutely cannot do, or it has to go through very stringent inspection system before you can use, such as the one that do social scoring. And then there are high-risk system. High-risk system are probably the most common category. I'm not saying your system is high risk, but high-risk system cover a wide range of usage and applications that probably some of you would point to that category. And the reason I bring up into this is because let's jump into 42,000 real quick. 42,000 also categorize the systems in different risk category. You see, and you need to do a risk assessment. Then based on your risk, you need to control your systems accordingly. Okay. And then the EU AI Act also require you to categorize your role into the ones on the right side of the screen. Some of you might be AI service providers. That means you develop your own AI service and offer it to the market, or you might be a deployer. That means you are not offering your own system, but you set up an application such as the ASIC Center here in Cyberport, and then you deploy the system to your tenants and there are other roles. Okay, even user could be a role. Folks. Like imagine you are a bank, for example, you develop your own, or you bought some AI credit evaluation systems and use it to evaluate the credit rating, one who come to your bank to borrow money. How do you properly interpret the result from that AI platform? It's also a responsibility. Okay, so AI user could be a role as well. So EU AI Act is a very comprehensive and well thought out platform to manage your AI risk. And it's no surprise it's one of the best, well, only one anyway. In the AI Act, if you are into different role, there are different requirements that you need to fulfill. Okay. And then there are the AI Act regulations in China. Like I said, right now, the first one is the only one right now that is more or less comprehensive. The other one are still industrial guidelines or they are in the provisional one. So anyway, there aren't many laws on the market right now. So if you want to do it in a structured and responsible way, frameworks or standards are probably what you can fall into. And then there are the standards. Okay. The 42,000 is the one that we're going to talk about today, but besides 42,000, there are many more, like the one I show on screen. I think Cyberport is going to leave you the slide, so I download it and read it to your heart's content. Right. Okay. For the last part of my presentation is going to talk about a little bit about the 42,000. I mentioned frameworks. I mentioned the EU AI law. So they are the frameworks that you need to follow. So how do we meet those requirements? Like I said, there are many standards on the market right now, but many of them focus only on the information security aspects of it. I won't name them, but they focus on First of all, a deployed system. That means there's this, they focus on the system that you're offering. They don't look at anything on the development stage, on the design stage, AI system. They don't look at anything on the usage of this. They only look at the security of the system. Okay, so there are other standards. And then, so that means they focus only on AI providers. Okay. 42,000 could be used by AI users, AI providers, AI producers. And most importantly, it's a certifiable standards. That means we come and audit you, and then if you successfully pass all the requirements. We mentioned Plan to Check Act. My time is limited, so I won't go too deep into this. But what I'm trying to say is the spirit of Plan to Check Act is you need to do a risk assessment and impact assessment on your AI system. Meaning, before you control your system, you need to know what kind of risk your system has. And not just information security risk, but risk on other areas. What other areas? For example, in the standards, there are a full chapters of controls on various aspects of AI governance, such as where you get your data. Okay, are you using the responsible data? Are you using the data that has intellectual property, for example? Then how you treat your data, and how do you do quality control on your data, and then the entire life cycle of the system. Okay, you will hear more about this during the training part of the presentation, or if you are interested in attending any of the course, you will have full knowledge of what each of these controls are talking about. But what I'm trying to say is, you see here, there are only a few controls on security, because as an IT or AI provider, I'm sure you know your security of your system really well. So we are not going to do the overlapping work of teaching you how to know the security of your system. Okay. There are other standards for that. There are 27,000 standards. There are 27701 for privacy controls. These standards focus on a governance. Okay, finally, I think I have 1 or 2 minutes left. I want to go over the benefits of doing 42,000 certifications. Like I said, there are many standards outside, but many of them focus on the information security only. And they never ask you to look at your system or to do risk assessment. They only ask you to pay attention to certain risks. To be certified to 42,000, you need to do a risk assessment and an impact assessment. Okay, that means you have to diagnose your system, know what the risk is, know the risk on data collection, know the risk on data machine learning, know the risk of inference. If you are going for, if you are a startup, I'm sure many of you are. If you're a startup or developing operation, I'm sure you probably would like to have some investment or partnership price. 42,000 is a very good entry tickets. Those investments and partnership. I'm sure Rico and EYC is going to share with you how 42,000 certification will gain trust, confidence from your customers, market. And I'm sure Sue will also share with you by implementing the system. They also learn a lot about smooth lining and doing a lot of improvement on their own workflow and design of the system. That is also a big gain of what you can do with it. And then I put some a comparison between EU AI Act and 42,000, which download the slides and read about them. Finally, If you have not been certified before, in case you haven't been certified to ISO 9000 or 27000, certification process in 42000 is very similar. You will apply to the certifications with us, and then we send in somebody to what we call the stage 1 or stage 2. Stage 1, we read through all your policies, documentations on AI development operations, and make sure the documents apply to the standards. That is what we call stage 1. And then stage 2, we actually come and look into the operations, AI systems, and make sure your operations is doing what your policies and documentations are saying that you do. And then if you pass, then we will give you a certificate that's valid for 3 years. And then we come again every year to verify usually. Right. Okay. Yeah, my time is short, and I hope I given you an overview of why we want to do 42000s and why 42000 is different from other AI standards on the market. I'm going to pass the floor to my next speaker, who's going to talk about some of the case studies and of our clients. 42000. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. First of all, thanks for Chris, the illustration. As some of you may be the first time to heard about, the 42000 certification. Okay, on my part, actually, as what Chris mentioned, we are not just only talking about the standard and also the compliance. And this time, actually, we just bring on the stage. The two of our guests are also on the stage, and then we can also illustrate how actually, the 42000, the certification, and also, what should I say, the framework can also help them, to control about the risk, bring for the AI, and also how actually is become, the first case in Hong Kong. First of all, SGS is, as what we mentioned, is the global testing inspection certification company, and then we are very lucky, and then to become the first TIC company to set the company as what we say here, AI clearing. Even though before the certification, talking about the mid of the 2023, before the standard actually come out, we have already set, the first company as the US and the Polish startup. This company actually use the drum, backed up by the AI, and then to use to take about the daily check of the new building construction. So this is the first case as our company think that the company has already reached the standard, so that this is the first 42000 certification we launched in the world. So this is the case. The details you can also see from here. So we are not just the first in the global, and also we are the first in China. Last year, you see in the mid of the year of the last year, the first 42000 certification we launched in China. You see about the name of the company. Actually, this is the company they provide the robotics, back up the AI, and SGS China as the first company to certify, to our first client, to say that the company already, reached the requirement of the certification, so that this is also our first, certification in China as well. So now you see that our client, TYX Net, also as our first client in the telecommunications. This year, as the part of the audit team, we are happy to work with them. The AI, the solution, not just only cover in Hong Kong. You see that the multiple sites, as we mentioned here, Hong Kong and Guangzhou. And AI team, as many, the AI, the team size is quite similar, talking about 10 to 15. And then we have a certified, the 42000 the certificate in the last of the second quarter of this year. So how about we have questions, for the DYX, so that we can also take this opportunity to exchange and learn from each other. As the DYXNet has achieved the 42,000 certificate across a diverse AI portfolio, from the intelligent assistant to the voice cloning, what were the key governance challenges in applying the standard across such varied technologies, and how did you address them? Thanks, Joe.
First of all, thanks SGS and Cyberport invite myself as a guest speaker today to share some of the idea of the hot topic AI. So regarding to the question what Dennis just asked, our primary challenge was tailoring the risk management rules across all these different AI technologies. For instance, our intelligence assistants, our ChatV and ChatBI, handles lots of business data of our enterprise customer. So how are we gonna protect the data privacies, and also how to avoid the biased result? On the other hand, our voice cloning could be misused to create the fake voices and raising an ethical issue. And at some point, it might involve in some illegal scenario. So it was tough to create one single test plan that can fit and work for all these different technologies. So to address this, DYXNet has established a centralized AI management system that apply the common risk assessment methodology. But then, of course, we customize for each of our AI products. For example, we added an extra check on our voice cloning product to prevent misuse by requiring the consent and endorsement of the voice owner. And we also focus on the data securities and for our AI assistants. Our team worked together to map out the risk for every stages, from the designing, developing, to the use of our product. Another challenge we found was to balance the innovation with compliance. With the rapid AI advancement, we have faced the tension between the pushing cutting-edge feature and the embedded governance control for securities, accountabilities, and the ethical consideration. This was amplified by the need to align the global standard where operate in regions where the local regulation is added the layer of complexities. So we tackle this by integrate the governance by the agile development. We balance the innovation by incorporating the ISO 42001 principle into our workflow system. We hired a dedicated compliance staff to test our system to ensure that they could grow without any issues. And we have also aligned our effort with complementary local framework, such as the Hong Kong Generative AI Technical and Application Guideline, which reinforce the ethicals and security in the best practice.
Thanks, Joe. And then, so the second question, we continue. So we see that how has the 42,000 certification influenced the way DYX designs, deploys, and communicates its AI solutions, particularly in areas like digital humans and voice cloning, where public trust is critical?
Thank you, Dennis. Regarding to this question, the ISO 42001 has profoundly shaped the DYXNet approach to designing, deploying, and communicating our AI solution, particularly for the sensitive technology like our digital human and voice cloning, where the public trust is critical. This standard focus on the responsible AI management, which driving us to integrate ethicals, transparent, and accountable practices across our AI products life cycle. So at first, the design phase, we embed the ethics and transparency from the start. The ISO 42001 framework pushed us to integrate the governance into the design phase of our AI solutions. For example, we have implemented the strict user consent protocol and the content authentic check for voice cloning to prevent the unauthorized use. Secondly, during the develop phase, when we roll out our AI solution, the standard ensure we do it safely and reliably. Yeah, and deploying AI solution like the digital human and voice cloning require a careful risk assessment and measurement, as this technology may bring and have a significant social impact. So we use an enhanced security check and security measure like the encrypted data handling to protect the sensitive input in our AI voice cloning solutions. Lastly, the communication phase. In terms of the communication, the 42001 has elevated our commitment to transparency, which is critical for building the public trust. We have enhanced our external communication by publishing a clear, accessible documentation about our AI system, which in terms of its capacity, limitation, and the ethics safeguard. So we explain very clearly how our AI system works and what data we use and how we keep them safe. For example, we will tell our customer how we protect their voice samples and ensure their digital avatars are used properly. In addition, by sharing that we are ISO 42000 certified, that makes DYXNet, that show the DYXNet is responsible, professional, and providing a safe AI service to our customer.
Thanks, Joe. So this time we also talk about not just only talking about the certification and also talk about the AI enhancement of our Ricoh Hong Kong. I guess all of you also know about Ricoh. Yeah, as talking about the printing, the copying, that's the company that you are quite familiar in the office and also in your home, so that this is a part of the equipment you are using. And now, you may also find that Ricoh Hong Kong also related to the the AI. As what he say, collaborate with the Ricoh Software Research Center Beijing (SRCB), established the innovative the AI program in 2025, having the InnoAI Center in Cyberport and the InnoAI Hub. So this time we are also, bring Sue on the stage, and then we can also take, this chance to exchange about the idea. As the first question, we want to know about the Ricoh has emphasized the importance of the collaboration and innovation with different industries partners. How does the ISO 42001 fit into your vision for responsible AI development and industry-wide impact in Hong Kong? Yeah, thanks, Sue.
Okay, good morning, everyone. It's my honor to be here today. So I'm Sue from the Ricoh Hong Kong. So thanks SGS and Cyberport for inviting me as well. So I believe that you may have heard about Ricoh, or maybe most of you are familiar with us regarding our printers or some other office solutions. But actually, we have a lot of AI projects, AI services providing to the industries. So now, when we come up to the topics of how the ISO 42001 help us with the responsible AI development. First of all, I would like to point out that we have a lot of clients from different industries. They may have different concerns on the AI security, the privacy, and the data classification. So when we start with the AI development, first of all, we have to think about how do we protect our customers' data and also our internal data. We have to do a lot in the preparation of the data classification, and also to identify what is the most sensitive or confidential data that we have to adopt additional controls to protect the data. I believe that all of you may we have a concern on, and it is quite a industry concern that about the data leakage, the privacy data being leaked to the society. To Rico and also our customers, we also have the same concern on it. So when we develop our own AI, we have to get some standards and references so that we can follow to ensure that we are following the international standard, a recognized standard, to ensure that our data can have a way to be protected properly. So, thanks for SGS advice during our risk assessment. They provide us a lot of professional advice on how can we improve our data protection. Actually, we have done a lot, but what can we do better? And how can we further enhance the security? And also, how can we better align with different industry practices? This is very important. So, this is what the 42001 can provide the best framework for us in this aspect.
So thank you. And then the second question is with the support from the RICO Software Research Center Beijing and partnerships with local startups located in Cyberport, what role do you see the AI governance standards like the ISO 42001 playing in the fostering trust, creativity, and sustainable growth across industries?
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you have heard about our AI Hub. So actually, the AI Hub, we have also a lot of startups there and working with us, and also in the RICO group, we also work a lot with our startups to develop different kinds of solutions. So when we think about the trust. So first of all, how to build trust, right? So we have to be on the same page, of the security standards. We have to have the frameworks that we can follow. So especially when we talk about the ethical risk management, that if you know more about the 42001, it focuses a lot on how the enterprises or the developers, we have to think about different ways of controlling the risk of the AI development. Also to have the AI impact assessment to evaluate about the AI impact or the AI on the society or the society impact as well. So, the ISO 42001 actually provide we can say the reference or standards that we can follow on the same pace, and then so that when we come about of the evaluation, we can have build the trust on the single platform and foster the a sustainable collaboration with the industries. Thank you.
So this is the end of my part.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today, especially for the online delegates. I see some of my friends there. Thank you for being here, and thank you for staying until now. And my name is Tim from SGS Academy, and today we are here to explore how SGS Academy is helping shape the future of professional development and sustainability. Actually, our mission is to empower individuals and organizations to grow responsibly and with global sustainability goals. Okay, so at SGS, sustainability is embedded in everything we do. Our 2030 ambitions focus on creating a low-carbon, climate resilient world. Actually, we are proud to be recognized by EcoVadis and MSCI for our leadership of sustainability. Oh, time flies. Actually, today is our 33 years of our training journey. Very quick at a glance of our SGS. As mentioned, we are the #1 TIC testing inspection certification body, and from our SGS Academy since 1992, this is our first on-site training to deliver to our clients, and we collaborate with different certification body like IRCA, International Register Certified Auditors, and last year we partnered with PECB. But what makes us different is our data-driven approach. We have more than 200,000 clients, and we analyze their insight to identify the industrial pain point to tailor the training solutions. This ensures our program is relevant, impactful, and engaging. Our training course has a lot of categories, from environmental, health and safety, etc. Today, we will focus more on the industrial specific, such as AI. Training mode is different right now. From our face-to-face learning, right now we have e-learning, we have virtual learning and hybrid mode. And this is it can provide you, the e-learning can provide you 24/7. You can learn everywhere and anytime. Today, as we mentioned, we are very excited to be a partner with Cyberport to promote responsible AI governance. Together, we are expanding access to ISO 42001 training, helping the AI community adopt global standards for governance and ethics. So, what is PECB? PECB, as mentioned, we partnered with them last year, and it is a globally recognized certification body, and it offers high-quality professional training program. Their ISO 42001 courses equip users for practical skill and international recognized certification to manage, implement, and audit AI system effectively. They provide the foundation level. They provide a lead implementer level. This is an overview of what we will bring you. I think both of us have heard about what is the benefit of adopting the AI certifications, and how to get started is to learn. So we provide the foundation level, implementer, or lead auditor. The enrollment is simple. It's just like you receive Cyberport EDM. From the EDM, you will have the access link, or you can take a picture or capture screen for an online delegates for this QR code, and then it will bring you directly to our portal. The portal will automatically offer you a percentage of the discount. After your learning, you will have the chance to do the online exam. The online exam is very easy to access because it provides you every week a flexible schedule, and then you just bring your own laptop, open book, and then use a 3 hours exam. This is very user-friendly exam program. Eventually, you will get your certification. For your person or for your company, for person, you can appoint it for the PECB certification. For the company organization, welcome to inquiry for how to get the ISO 42001 like DYX what did. So anything need to sure is to ask us. Just like I saw slogan, when you need to be sure. Thank you, everyone.
AI journey just has started. So we are still building our AI ecosystem in Hong Kong as a Cyberport is a digital technology hub in Hong Kong. And we believe that you guys and Cyberport will contribute to the AI ecosystem and to make the AI development more ethical, safety, and responsible.